How many times have you been to an event and you hear the MC introduce the speaker in a way that doesn't really create excitement, or it's just a boring, flat, dry, dull, bland, colorless introduction? Up next, Miss Roberta. We don't know who she is. We don't know her experience. We don't know what she's going to talk about. And it's just a flat, boring introduction. It doesn't do any favors to the speaker, because speakers want to be welcomed in such a way or introduced in a way that people look forward to speaking, to hearing them speak. It's important. You have to establish credibility in a speaker so that people will know that, okay, this person knows what he or she is going to talk about. So if you're talking about Roberta, the social media guru, your introduction must have something in that little intro that primes people to be ready for, hey, what is Roberta, the social media guru, going to give me that I can take to boost my social media work? So it's important to introduce speakers right. And I have a very simple formula that I use that has served me for years right now. You can actually literally use 4 sentences to introduce a speaker. Just 4 sentences. You don't have to read a whole paragraph or a whole page. Okay, and there's some AI tips I'll give you to do with speakers if you stay to the end of this particular video. Okay, so I use the PETS formula, P-E-T-S. So think of, if you have a pet dog or cat or goldfish, think of your pet. P-E-T-S, PETS. And it's an acronym that gives you the template for introducing speakers. Now, P stands for profession. So when somebody is coming up to speak, we want to know what they do. If I'm in the audience, somebody comes on the stage, I'm thinking, okay, what does this person do? Is it relevant to what we are talking about? So you want to start with profession, okay? So you can start by saying, up next is our next speaker is a banker with whatever organization, with Stanchart or APSA or Ecobank. Profession. Now the E in that PETS formula stands for experience. This is where people's credibility comes. Yes, everybody can be a banker, but if the person is going to talk to you about how to develop a successful career in the banking space, we are going to expect that that person has a lot of years of experience, and not just somebody who just became a banker last year come to tell us about how to succeed in banking. So the E stands for experience. So you must tell people what experience they have, the speaker has, to add to the credibility of the speaker. So our next speaker is a banker with 15 years of investment banking and commercial banking experience. So that's E. We've taken care of. Now, all of a sudden, if you were bored or you were sleepy and you were thinking of how do I revive my banking career, and the next speaker is somebody who has had 15 years of banking experience, you had only 1 year, your ears will perk up, because now you say, okay, wow, credible person, 15 years, wow, let's see. So you've done the profession, you've done experience. Now the T in the PETS template stands for topic. What is the person going to talk about? I have listened to too many introductions where they just mentioned the name of the speaker and they brought the person on. We don't know how credible and capable the person is. We don't know what the person is going to talk about. And so it's important for you to have the topic that the person is going to say in your introduction. So the first 3 sentences. Our next speaker is a banker. She's been involved in commercial and investment banking for the past 15 years. That's the E side. And then the topic of her presentation is how to succeed in the fast-moving world of banking in an environment such as Ghana's. Okay, so now you've done your profession, you've done your experience, you've done your topic. The last one, and this is the one which really separates you from other MCs or introducers into like a master. S in the PETS formula stands for say their name last. Okay? When you mention the name of the speaker in your introduction, at the top of the introduction, you've taken away that whole drama and that expectation. If you do the introduction very well, you may even introduce a person with so much drama and anticipation that the person doesn't even know that they were the ones that were being introduced until they hear their name at the very end and they say, oh, it's me. And they smile and they come up there, everybody claps, and then they come and talk. All right, so we're going to put together the PETS template to give you a supercharged way of introducing people at your next event. So, PETS, profession, experience, topic, say their name last. So here's the introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our next speaker, who is a banker, P. Our speaker, remember I'm not mentioning her name, our speaker has 15 years of rich experience in various aspects of banking, corporate banking, commercial banking, investment banking. So that's experience, 15 years. T. She will be talking about tips to supercharge your banking career, even though you are feeling very, very jaded and tired and exhausted. So that's her topic. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together as we welcome head of commercial banking at Hamdia Bank, Julia Frimpong. Boom, that's it. And Julia, listening to that introduction, will feel that whole sense of anticipation that all the audience also felt, because we tease them, say, hey, this is the person who is coming. This is what she can do based on her experience. This is what she's going to talk about. And then this is her name. I've used this and it works. And it can be reduced to just 4 sentences if you don't have time. Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is a very experienced banker. She has 15 years of experience in investment banking. She's here to talk about tips to succeed in the world of banking. Let's put our hands together and welcome XYZ. 4 sentences. 4 and you're good to go. And the thing is, the power of a good introduction is that it builds anticipation in the audience, and then it also makes the speaker feel good, because you have told them, you've given them credibility. You've told people that this person is a credible person. In public speaking, the ancient Greeks, they had 3 things that they incorporated in their public speaking: ethos, pathos, and logos. Ethos deals with credibility. Okay, ethics, credibility. How credible is this person? Why should I listen to you? Do you know what you're talking about? And a good presentation has that ethos line taken care of. Pathos has to do with emotion, okay, and logos has to do with logic. It doesn't make sense, but for our purposes, let's deal with the ethos side. And the ethos side is where you tell us who the person is. You tell us why you should be listening to them. That's where the experience comes in. You tell us what they're going to talk about, so they are credible, and then they come on the stage and they deliver. Okay, now, so that's the PETS formula. On the other hand, so a speaker can give you 2 pages of their CV, and they want you to read this out as an introduction. Don't do it. You can't read a 2-page introduction anywhere in the world. It's too long. But these days, ChatGPT has become my savior, or Gemini, or Meta AI, or anything that you use as far as AI is concerned. And what I do is that, and I did this just over the weekend. On Friday, I did an awards event where there was a long citation for 2 people who were receiving awards. Citations were too long, so I just copied the soft copy, put it into ChatGPT, and said, please reduce this citation to 2 paragraphs, and it reduced it. So you can actually use a 2-page introduction, pop it into ChatGPT, and say, please summarize, act as a master of ceremonies introducing somebody. Please summarize this introduction into 4 sentences, focusing on the person's profession, experience, topic, and make sure you say their name last at the end. And ChatGPT does it for you. Great stuff. So you can actually take a long introduction, pop it into this AI tool, give it the right instructions, and it will spit out the introduction for you. These days, I don't even write my introductions out again. I just use the tool, and it helps. And especially when you have to do things very quickly, and you can just put it out there, and it gives you the introduction according to this template, which is the PETS template: profession, experience, topic, say their name last. I can't stress too much on that because you are building anticipation, you are building credibility, a bit of drama, and yeah, it ends with the person. You see, when you even say you end with the person's name at the end, you don't even have to say let's clap for the person, let's give them a round of applause. People will clap because you've built it up, you've used words, it's all nice and logical, you put some emotion into it, and you build credibility, and boom, the person gets a great presentation going because you introduced them very, very well. That's my PETS formula for dealing with great introductions for speakers as an MC or as an introducer. Let me know if you have any comments about this particular formula. If you've used it before, or when you use it, let me know. Put it in the comments down below, and I'll see you, God willing, in the next video. If you haven't subscribed, please do so right now. Hit the notification bell, and I'll see you, God willing, next time.